Alright, so hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. So for today I'm going to do a different video than the typical just basic flow sessions or vlogs or story times. I've had a lot of people ask me for tutorials. So I'm going to show you guys how to do a K-roll because that's been highly requested. So it's pretty simple. You can do it with pretty much any size hoop. The bigger the hoop, a little bit more difficult it can be, and the smaller the hoop, it can be a little bit more difficult. You want to be something that's comfortable with your arm length. So, for me, when I go to grab the hoop, I'm grabbing it where my palm's in. I wrap my fingers around and my thumb's facing up. I like to point my fingers so that way it guides it down, because if I don't point it, it kind of just wobbles around. But if I point my pointer finger, it's pushing it against my forearm here. So I'm stretching my leg out as far as I can to guide my arm as well, because I'm creating this linear line throughout my body. And I'm stretching my arm out as well, because this is what it's going to be rolling on. It's going to create that line through my body and onto my arm. So it's when you flick it down, you're going to want to flick it again against your forearm and have it guided down. So guide and then catch. You want to catch it right as you feel it hit your palm, because we all have like roughly about a 2-second reaction time. So a lot of times when people would tell me to catch it at my fingertips, it'd be too late. So the hoop would already be gone, because I'm like, okay, I feel it hit my fingertips, now the hoop's gone. So when you feel it hit your palm, immediately grab it, and that will ensure that it's still going to be in your hand. So when you feel it hit like this part, so you go down. And you see how I call it with my fingers. It's not a super hard grip, but it's not a super loose. And that'll make it to where you can go into any kind of transition from there. To show that you can do it from any size hoop, I'm going to do it with my 33-inch. This is what I originally had as a practice hoop for body hooping and pretty much everything. So this is why I learned a K-roll on. And I was told afterwards that not a lot of people learn on K-rolls, with larger hoops, but it still works for me, so it can work for pretty much anyone. So it's the same thing. It's pointer finger, thumb, other fingers, that kind of grip. So this is guiding the hoop. So when I go to like fling it down, no matter what, it's hitting my forearm. But if I don't use that pointer finger and I go fling it, where's it going? There's no guide. It can go anywhere. You use that finger and it always guides the line. So again, imagine the line through your body. Stretch out the leg. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. So you stretch out the leg. Stretch out the arm. Bring it up as high as you can. Down. The catch when it comes down is what took me the longest to master. So when I first learned this trick, and this was actually one of the first tricks I learned, I think it was the very first trick I learned, but when you catch at the end, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. So number one troubleshooting, I would say, is use your pointer finger to guide, because that's always the hardest, is getting that line straight. And your pointer finger and the way you hold it will definitely guide it straight down. When you catch it, though, again, the palm is going to be your first and foremost. That's going to help guide it within like the proximity of your hand. When you have it going down, and as soon as you feel that bump, keep this arm straight. Don't move it. Because if you move it, it's going to ensure that once it hits the bump, this is going to go flying. So you go catch. So it's not so much of a roll as it is like a drop, bounce, catch. So it's like you have it here, drop, bounce, catch. One more time, it's going to be up, drop, bounce, catch. Once you get more comfortable with that, I still can't really do it because I have a messed up wrist on my left wrist, so there's a lot of things I can't do because I'm partially paralyzed in this hand. But once you get more comfortable with that, there's other tutorials online that will show you guys too how to be able to do it back up. So essentially it looks like this defying gravity look. So when you're going down, you can go back up. Again, I can't do it because I can't fully fling my wrist up on this hand. But that is about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.